Hey guys, Wandering Shell here, and once again we're going to be doing another Marvel United, this time Team Blue, the heroes, finally. Since this Friday was Mr. Sinister, who was part of the Team Blue villains, time for the heroes, this time with Banshee. I honestly thought he was supposed to be part of the first group, like the first class. Apparently he is actually part of this group? Question mark? Anybody? Let me know. Whoops. What can I say about Banshee? Well, I hate his cloak thingy mabobber. I don't know what you want to call it, honestly. I think it looks stupid. He looks like a little bumblebee, though. I could not picture him as like him screaming and that's his power. The whole entire time I thought he was wearing like black and yellow. He's actually yellow and deep blue. Go figure. So I did start out with the brightest color, which is that yellow, and at least it was nice where like the model, like anything that was yellow was raised, especially his little Banshee wings, so it made it easier of where to paint. And what I like to do, I use the game cards as like a reference for what to paint, a lot of the time. Sometimes I will just change it up on my own. It just depends on the character, and if I know they have different designs and stuff, I'll do it that way. But it seems like Banshee is the same old, where it's the deep blue and yellow. Because I feel like he's just in first class and that's it. He is nowhere else. But I don't know. He's yellow. Next is elven flesh, which is his skin tone, with only skin tone part is his hair. His face, I mean. That's all there was on the elvish flesh. I did add this to his belt. According to the pictures, it looks more blue, but I wanted to change it up and give it that black belt. Just because the belt buckle is the X-Men symbol, which has black around it and the red inside. So I wanted to give it a full uniform on that. And then after all that yellow, it's time for deep blue, and that was a lot of it. I've used deep blue actually for other characters, for example every character from first class, and I believe I think that's it. Only in first class, because they're all the same kind of color scheme. Oh no, I did use them for the Fantastic Four group, but what was nice was when I did their highlights, I used a crystal blue to pop it a little bit more, to make it more interesting. I didn't do that with him. I left it as deep blue because I really wanted to make that yellow pop even more. So I left anything with deep blue, I left it alone. I actually had to switch to like 3 different brushes. If you saw like that quick seconds, I switched 3 different brushes so I can get in between the little sections. Ugh. Take it from me, guys. Don't do Banshee unless you want to paint them all in one color. Honestly, he'd be really cool in black and red. That actually be really cool looking. I mean, you can always make him look like a little bumblebee, black and yellow. It'd be really funny because his name is Banshee. Little bumblebee. Wow, getting sidetracked easily. So went through the whole thing in deep blue. He was actually color scheme easy, actually painting hard. Just because of his little wings. His outfit, no problem. Like where his bodysuit is, no problem. It's his little jumper things. Honestly, imagine him looking like a little squirrel, little flying squirrel. That's what he reminds me of more. with the wings is he's a flying squirrel with a bumblebee pattern. That's an interesting combo. A flying squirrel, bumblebee pattern. Make it so! So going through that, and this is like the length of it. And I sped this up really fast too. At least trying to make it fast. Because how I went real slow in these sections. I had to go back to a few times just to make sure I got it all. And then very carefully trying to get so it divides up like that. I know I missed a lot of spots on him. I did go back fixing it off camera just because it was a lot of messes. After fixing him up, time to do his base. For the stones that he's on, I did ash gray because later on in the dry brushing phase, I actually dry brushed white to make it look more rock-like or more concrete-like almost. You could just leave it as just rocks and do like dark stone or stone colors. I wanted to give it a little extra design because I can. And then the base for the dirt pebbles pieces, I did oak brown. You can do whatever you want with the base, even with Banshee. I'm just give ideas and my process of how I paint these guys. So after doing that, then it's time for the wash. So the only little part is the flesh wash on his face, and then soft tone for the rest of him. I use soft tone for the heroes and strong tone for the villains. With soft tone, it is a lighter brown color, which works out because the heroes are supposed to be like for the people, so they're not as serious looking compared to what the villains will look like. So that's what I did for all of them. And now after waiting pretty much 24 hours, it felt like, because I think I made a little too much, it's time to do the highlighting. So I did try to get back to doing this again. I'm not very good at this part, doing their faces again. I feel like I keep messing up, so maybe next time I might just leave it alone. Maybe. Probably didn't learn my lesson. So next I went back to all the yellow, at least where anything that's raised, when putting more color back into it, more white, more yellow into it. Anything that was kind of easy to see in the light. I did leave anything deep blue, I left it alone, even though if you want to give it a highlight, I like using crystal blue a lot when it comes to that highlighting, or even you could try ultramarine blue or electric blue, but I feel like electric blue might be too bright. So always keep that in mind. But yep, I went back to all that yellow, make it so bright and colorful. Even his little feetsies. And a little bit underneath also, just so it pops a little bit more, but not in that incove area of it. Left that one alone. And give a little bit more highlight in his hair. Basically any place that was really raised, I gave it an extra coat of yellow, and just to give it some of that dimension back. Even the parts that you can't see. There we go. And he's pretty much almost done. Just a quick little dry brush for his base, and then he is good to go after that. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Please leave a like, comment below, even subscribe for more of Marvel United. I have the rest of Team Blue to get done anyway. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you next time. Later.